calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station.
This is Escape Podcast. My name is Cameron Howe.
And I'm Zach Fielder. Today we are joined by my friend
Connor Neal.
How you doing, Connor?
What's going on, Connor?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you guys?
I'm doing fucking fantastic.
Living the dream.
I'm
All I
honestly
do is
pretty
work.
honored that you all have me here.
Cool. Yeah, Zach spoke highly of you and your knowledge of video games and
Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
and how they are truly the source of all evil in this world, including crime, right?
Oh, because I'm the most corrupted person in existence.
Spoons make people fat.
Oh, and vaccines cause autism.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
all
yeah.
evidence for the statements that I have and Connor has provided above. So let's get into it. Today, our podcast is going to be about
The earth being flat.
Oh, God, yeah. Because we are in
You know
ancient
why,
Greece.
right? Because the horizon's flat, and then I went online and some guy wrote, "Oh, I don't think the earth don't flat," and then I believe it myself, and that's how misinformation gets spread.
The internet wouldn't lie to you.
I can't
yeah,
see
it's
the
true.
curve from my
I mean-
front porch. So, that's a lie.
Nice. All right,
We're talking about gaming today.
Yeah,
We're
today's
talking about
video
gaming.
games. Today's my major source of escaping. So to start it off, we got some news.
Escape.
It's dealing with an ex-con, and if anyone knows what I'm talking about, it is the people who have left the conglomerate of Konami. If you leave Konami, they pretty much exile you. You're like fucked. And Hideo Kojima, the guy who wrote, produced, directed all of the Metal Gear Solid games, finally left Konami. Him and a group of people, and Konami is going for the jugular. They are. It's been in headlines, and they're starting to cut them off. Like in Japan, there's this big healthcare. I think it's healthcare. Yeah, health insurance, and it's people who cover mostly technology and gaming companies.
Okay.
Konami will not let that company insure Kojima and his team. Like they're cutting him off from.
They're blacklisting him.
Yeah, dude.
What like business injunction or conjunction do they have to stop that? Or like infraction, I guess is the word I'm looking for there. That they can stop a healthcare company from.
They're one of the biggest companies in
They have
Japan.
power.
Okay.
They're one of the biggest companies in Japan.
Okay.
Nintendo's
And
pretty big too, but I don't see them
I don't-
doing that shit anytime soon.
I don't pick up my copy of Modern Warfare from United Healthcare though. I mean that they're kind of like two separate entities and it's a little confusing.
But see, the decision to ban them kind of decided on one of the chairmans of the board, who happens to be a director at Konami.
So inside job.
Yeah, it's definitely inside. Kojima is fucked. That's why he's coming. I'd imagine that's why he's coming to America mostly to work with Norman Reedus in his new game and stuff like that.
Wait, what Norman Reedus doing games?
They completely motion captured Hideo Kojima is creating this game. Can't remember the name of it. Centered around Norman Reedus as the main character, like completely.
Who is Norman Reedus?
Daryl from The Walking Dead.
And also, you ever seen Boondock Saints?
No.
Okay, he's one of the brothers.
Man,
I've seen the like animation of Kojima and Norman Reedus dancing.
Yeah.
And that.
but they completely mocap Norman Reedus. Like they put his face as the character and everything. Like it's Norman Reedus in a video game.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's all I got for news. Konami is completely fucking Kojima in Japan.
Better come to America.
Yeah,
Where he
that's
doesn't have inside job powers.
I think that's what he's doing, to be honest. Like he's completely leaning towards just moving all his operations to America. He speaks decent enough English as it is.
You just need a little bit, or hired somebody who can speak both to speak for you.
Well, I mean, he can talk. He's done E3 presentations, and
Okay.
he's talked. He'd have to pause a lot sometimes, but he did it. He gave his presentation on Metal Gear Solid 5.
Like people can understand him. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Especially, for being one of the greatest game directors of all time.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack. For
He
this,
helped
but the
He
one
helped
thing-
create the PT.
Okay, but the one thing that I'm going to say about this is you're hailing them for doing kind of the same thing with each game. I mean, each Metal Gear game was, stealth, find the robot, kill it. The only one that kind of stepped out of the franchise was Revengeance, where you played as Raiden,
Which
and you were
wasn't
Silent
even
Ninja.
like
Wasn't even done by him.
wasn't even done by Kojima.
Okay, yeah. So he did the same thing over and over, and then someone else made something different.
I got to give it to him. Miyamoto's probably the greatest video game director of all time.
Isn't he dead?
No? He's still alive.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, the guy who did Legend of
Super
Zelda,
Mario Bros.
Oh,
Legend
yeah.
of Zelda.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's the Nintendo guy who died?
the old
recently?
CEO.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was his name?
Shigeru Miyamoto.
No,
That's
that
the
was
same guy we
not
just
him.
said.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying they're both dead.
No, he's still alive.
Stop putting evil on the world.
Nintendo.
We have Google finding the answers for us.
Working.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Iwata.
Oh yeah, Iwata.
Settle down there, Kanye.
Iwata.
Iwata.
So glad you got that reference.
That was from like 06 before he was
I
even
know,
famous.
that was for Katrina.
He's sitting next
Back-
to Mike Myers. And he's like, George Bush does not care about black people.
But what puts it into context is Mike Myers going, and the families affected are completely devastated and they can't find food.
Here's a better question. Who cares about SNL cast members and rappers when we're talking about video games?
Who cares about a guy who makes the same game over and over?
We're moving on from that, Connor.
Exactly. Give it up.
We could do a segue into like the Wayne's World video game from 1992.
Party on, excellent.
Or we could do something we were all alive for.
I mean, out 94 here.
95.
96.
Okay, cool. Up the board.
All right.
Hey,
So
why was 6 scared of 7?
I'm not going to go for the obvious
this is
answer.
right.
Why?
Yeah.
Because 7 is a registered 6 offender.
Get out. All right. So while he's cackling, Connor, why don't you answer this question for me?
Uh-huh.
What got you into gaming?
Well, the first actual video game I ever played was Halo 1. And I was out in Springfield, Missouri with my parents' friends and Xbox there. And they were on Beaver Creek, still my favorite map to this day. You got the visibility in the center. You're just
Anyone
doing what
who's
you-
too young, Blood Gulch.
Yeah, well, Blood Gulch, but only the size of one of the bases. Because that was just a really
Oh,
small...
wait. Yeah, no,
box
Beaver
game.
Creek. I got my maps mistaken. Shame
Yeah.
on me.
They had Blood Gulch, but they think they called it Hemorrhage.
No. That was later.
Oh, yeah, that's Halo...
Three
yeah.
or four.
3 or
Anyways,
4.
yeah, Beaver Creek, very, very small.
And that's what kind of kicked off the whole gaming thing. After that, I played the N64 at my house.
Holla.
Yeah. And then moved on. My stepdad brought in a Sega when he showed up.
What?
That was pretty cool.
Genesis.
Yeah, Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Remember playing Primal Rage. That
game
so
was
awesome.
yeah.
Shit.
You could make a Velociraptor fight King Kong and no one thought any different.
They actually remastered that.
Did they?
Yeah, it's on Steam
Oh, yeah, I gotta pick that up.
since he just got a computer.
I'm loving it. I love Delta so much.
So it was really just Halo that kind of spawned your interest.
Yeah, it kind of let me expand like the world that I believe exists. Like we already have, as you all discussed in Rick and Morty, like the ultimate infinite possibilities, the infinite universes. So somewhere these worlds exist. Somewhere there could possibly be Master Chief. These dimensions, not worlds, these dimensions. There could be Master Chief out there messing stuff up. Infinite probability. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's likely.
If there are infinite possibilities, then sure, there's a 100% chance that at least one of them, Master Chief, is
Yeah.
doing everything you've done in Halo Combat Evolved.
Yeah, that's lit.
Halo
He's
2, Halo
teabagging.
3, Halo 4, Halo 5.
What was there another one in there too? What happened between 3 and 4?
ODST.
Reach.
No, LDS. Here's the chronological order of all Halo games. Halo Wars, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 ODST takes place in the middle of Halo 2 when you're jumping out of New Mombasa after fighting the Scarab. Then Halo 3, then Halo 4, then Halo 5.
You've missed Reach completely.
Reach happens right after Halo Wars. Because Halo Wars was first contact with the Covenant, I believe on Harvest. Then the Covenant reached Reach, which is why you have Winter Contingency.
There you go. See, I
Okay.
can't believe you skipped Reach. Reach was amazing.
Yeah, Reach was... It's definitely one of the kingpins up there.
Okay. I remember people were skipping school to play that game. It was
Oh, yeah.
I
back
did.
in the day.
I know I did. I was one of them.
Yeah, my family didn't have enough money to get the newest system, so I saved all my money. I would buy the guides and learn ins and outs of every game. So when I go to my friend's house, I just annihilate them.
Oh,
It's
God.
great. I had like every Prima guide.
One time,
Prima.
I was Oh shit! What game was it? I think it was Battletoads. You know the NES game.
Oh
Battletoads?
God. The one game every GameStop employee hates.
I was playing with my friend. I was actually beating him for once because I didn't have a game system when I was a kid, and I was doing really well. And he fucking unplugs the controller from me because he didn't want me to win. I don't know. I just thought I'd tell that story.
Yeah, it's a grandma's boy move.
Oh yeah, complete piece of shit.
I guess you kind of answered my follow-up question, but why do you love gaming?
Yeah, I love gaming because it's like this podcast. It's an escape. It's somewhere I can go. I love RPGs because I can make my whole life and no one can bother me except for kids in Skyrim. They're the worst things, the hardest enemy to beat. Because I was at my house, I was fighting a dragon and like 3 raiders, and then my kid walks up and asks where I've been for the past 3 months. And I'm like, I don't care. You see, I'm fighting this dragon. 3 other guys walk up. I'm the Dragonborn. I run the Mages Guild, Thief Guilds, every guild in the game. But this little kid can walk up and doesn't matter who I am.
Ask you, Papa, where have you been?
Yeah, now I walk into towns and I look for kids who need to be adopted, and I get to the very end of the dialogue and I say no, because it makes me feel better.
It makes you feel better about yourself.
Hate them. Kids are cesspools of bacteria. Don't have them.
All right, so take his advice.
Fair
Make our
enough.
species go extinct as a whole. Don't have kids.
Sterility is your
Don't.
friend.
Yep.
We can grow kids in test tubes now.
Was that actually a thing?
Yeah, no, they started with the lamb, and they have successfully done human fetus.
I think they aborted it before it was.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah, they
'cause-
killed it. They killed it.
By the way,
Yeah.
Johnny, you were born in a test tube in my lab.
I'm sorry. You ever seen the show Powerpuff Girls? Yeah, I kind of like that.
Like you thought that we didn't have any purpose in life. Imagine you. You don't even have parents.
What is my purpose? You're an experiment.
You pass
Oh
them
my God. What about you, Cam? What got you into gaming?
Well, I was a poor kid back in the day. Didn't have a gaming system until I was 18, and it was an N64. Great choice on my part. I think it was fantastic. But I did have the computer. And I think my first experience that I ever had with a video game, my next door neighbors brought over this box set of all these expansions in this one game. I installed them everything, and then I began playing. And the game that I played was the single most widely bought PC game on the market, and this is known as Sims. You guys ever played Sims?
I played. I never played actual Sims. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon, which was the closest I got.
That
to
was
Sims.
fucking fantastic.
All I did
I
was
used to play
put
that
the
as a
people
kid.
in the pool.
I still have it.
So,
Made the greatest death traps. It was like Auschwitz for Sims.
oh, you put them in a closed room with an oven and just leave it on?
Yeah, or I'd like make a walkway and try to put a coaster that just smashes into it. It was great.
Or you just put them in a pool and take the ladder off?
Yeah, there was no point system, so I just didn't really
No.
have a goal.
First time my sim died, I was heartbroken, dude. Because I made this girl after a crush I had in school in like 3rd or 2nd grade, I don't remember. And we used to like go in the heart-shaped bit and of course play woo-woo or whatever they called it. In
Do
the
the
game.
sex.
She fucking died because I didn't put a fire alarm in my fucking house. And I worked so hard at that game, dude. I was in tears after that. That was terrifying. That Sims got me into it, and then I think I branched off into the browser base and began playing RuneScape for a while.
Yes.
Fantastic game. Unfortunately, it's kind of slacked off over time though,
Yeah.
and I've fallen off as a result. And just got a PS4 now, so I'll be gaming a lot more.
Still didn't answer
that's a
why.
problem.
So which leads to the follow up of why do you like them, love them? I don't know your extent of the connection, like mine and Connor's.
Well, I mean, I hate to be that guy in an echo chamber, but it is a very good escape from reality. I enjoy spending my time, as long as it's not too much, because then I'm going to feel like complete shit, but I like spending my time doing something, working towards something for that little bit of gratification, that release of dopamine that allows me to escape from reality as a whole. I look on Steam and I say I've played 300 hours of Universe Sandbox, and I'm like, you know what? I could have gotten a helicopter pilot's license with that amount of time, but instead I sat here and fucked around with deleting Pluto like the 2006 Space Administration and whether or not they believe it's a planet. I destroyed so many galaxies. It was fantastic.
You're fine, dude. I got about 400 hours in Warframe on my computer, and then not to mention how many I have on my Xbox. So, don't feel bad about it. Be proud that long amount of time people just left you alone.
All right, cool.
You've actually clocked that many hours into that shitty game.
Warframe? If you have some friends, it's a great game.
I played with you.
Yeah, I know. And then you dropped off. We still got on it.
Yeah, I know you still got on. It's just
you
it was
dropped
just
off.
nothing but
Grinding.
It was hack and slash. It was
It's
grinding.
what Destiny strived to be.
No, the grinding factor is what killed me. I hate grinding.
Well,
that's
then
why
you
I
don't
dropped.
grind.
That's why I dropped WoW. That's why I
Zach, how many hours did you put into For Honor?
not a lot. The servers were absolutely
yeah.
terrible. The servers were
You want to play
like
that tonight?
I have to reinstall it. It's uninstalled.
That's when we have terrorism.
So Zach, what got you into gaming?
I think I described this at our during our first podcast. As a kid, I didn't have 64 or anything like that. Actually, I think my first system was the PlayStation 1. And as a
such
kid,
classic games as Tarzan, and that's it.
fair enough.
Basically the ET cartridge of gaming.
No, PlayStation was a fantastic system. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's all right.
We care.
The very first PlayStation, and as a kid, my parents fought a lot. They fought very loud. It was aggressive. It was kind of scary for a kid my age, and I would use the games I had at my disposal to escape from the environment, I guess. Such games as Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Knights of Dragonia, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. And I would use those as an escape, which eventually turned into love, which eventually turned into passion. Like now I am passionate about games. Absolutely love them. So I guess that leads to the follow-up question of why I love them. Because I can use those universes that someone else created to escape from my own universe and get drawn into the story that they've written that I'm a part of. Especially like games like Mass Effect, Dragon Age,
Dragon Age.
Knights of the Old Republic.
As long as you forget about Andromeda.
I love Andromeda.
Do you really?
I'm still-
And you say
I'm still playing
bad
it.
for liking Warframe? You like
There's
Andromeda?
nothing wrong with Andromeda.
That
Are you
absolute
serious?
disaster?
Their entire algorithm for generating facial expressions was complete dog shit garbage.
Yes,
And they
because of
threw
the
out any
Frostbite
concept of
engine.
character
The Frostbite
building.
engine could not handle an open world game.
So you enjoy playing a game to which the game itself
They've
cannot be physically
fixed it.
handled by its own engine.
They've fixed it. Patches, updates. Now there's no longer animation bugs.
There's no. Well, is there? Well, there's still missing character development. There's no like Renegade and Paragon anymore. It's pretty
No,
much
you
just
are
be a jerk or not.
you're building your personality now.
Did the patch fix the main character's face to the point where it doesn't look like the stupidest fucking person on the planet? Okay.
Yeah.
If you can build your personality, but it doesn't really influence the world around you. It's still
No, it's
before the
but it's
other
how you
message-
it's how you interact with the characters. Now
Okay.
your party members now have their own personalities too, and so if you say something that's sarcastic, certain characters won't like it. They won't like talking to you.
So it just ripped out Dragon Age's thing and every other RPG.
They made
They
it.
react to it. That's it. But other Mass Effect games were, hey, I said something nice to this Krogan, the Solarians are now wiped out. Or I think I got that the other way around. Andromeda
I
is
have-
just, we're looking for a new planet, Shepard's already saved everybody. Yeah, that's what it is.
No. There's more than just to that.
What's the starting of the game? What do you do?
The starting, yes. The starting tells you
What's
your
name in the
initiative.
game? What do you do?
Writer. You're a pathfinder.
No, yeah, what's the job of the Pathfinder?
To find habitable worlds.
Okay.
But you get caught into the Scourge and the battle with the Ket, and
Yeah.
you got drawn into all this extra stuff. The Remnant ruins. I'm not going to try to get into this because I know
don't-
you're
don't
going to
give too
eventually
many-
play the game.
Too many people spoilers.
But
All those
yeah, you get caught up in more than
We're
you get,
holding out for it.
Spoiler alert in case you're intending on playing Mass Effect Andromeda.
you get
In case
caught-
you want
you
to
get-
stick your hands in crap.
you get caught up in way more
It
than
gets
just
dirty.
finding planets. There's a lot more going on.
There's
to
more
It.
planets than just the one you go to?
Yes.
reminds me of No
I'm
Man's Sky.
I'm on planet number 4 right now.
No Man's Sky?
Oh.
You mean no end? Or like no payoff?
Broken
No
promises.
positive reviews on Steam.
Broken promises.
I'm about to play this game on Steam. Speaking of it, called Terra. It's downloading at home right now.
I've heard about
I mean, it's
It's an MMO.
It's an MMO
Yeah.
that kind of got overshadowed by a lot of other ones. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if the player base is as big as
It got Battleborn, for lack of a better term. Because when I'm glad we all got quiet for that. Because when Battleborn came out, did Battleborn have their release date announced before Overwatch?
I think like a month or so.
Because that's
before.
what destroyed Battleborn, honestly. Now that Battleborn is free to play, I think it's going to explode. Have you played Battleborn? I would pick it over Overwatch. It's honestly good. It's the first person MOBA that I'm looking for. I don't like Smite. League's not really my thing. Most I've done is Mobile Legends on my phone. And Overwatch just kind of cut dry shooter to me. But Battleborn is a MOBA but first person. Kind of like Paladins, except good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, console or PC?
PC Master Race.
Both. I love my Xbox. I also just built my PC.
Zach, how do you feel about this?
I'm kind of with Connor. Naturally, I was raised on consoles, even though my dad played PC games. So I have been playing PC games since I was a kid. But yeah, I would go to console, and every now and then I jump onto my PC, play with Jesse and other friends. Because there's some games until now, like at E3, they said PlayerUnknown Battleground is now going to be exclusively to Xbox. But it was
Yeah, boy.
it was a PC game that I play religiously. It's phenomenal. But yeah, so I jump back and forth now from time to time.
Just kind of hoping one of you guys would be pro console and not PC.
I could.
No, I'm very pro console. I just built a PC on the side. I mean, it has been my dominant gaming source for the last week because it's like a new thing that I have
What are the specs?
for my PC.
Yeah.
Bloody hell! I had all these before.
Fucking built it.
You
should
said
know
that
it.
you said that this is the last time I asked you.
Yeah, I know, and I wrote them all down. I've got a
Intel or AMD?
I'm running AMD.
Good. Octa-core?
Yeah, no. Oh my god! No, I'm running a MSI motherboard. MSI 9. I want to say 960.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah. Okay. Then why'd you ask me for the specs?
Well, like the clock and how many
Oh.
gigabytes of RAM do you have? Your total hard
I'm running
drive? What
8
video
gigabytes
cards
of
you have?
RAM. I've got 2.5 gigabytes. I'm running a
Whoa. 2.5
terabytes.
Okay.
Terabytes. Sorry about that.
Only 1,024 times greater.
I'm running a Strix graphics card. I'll get the next specs if I'm ever on again. I'll read them
Okay.
off for everyone then.
It sounds decent.
Yeah,
Do you know
oh.
do you know the CPU? Did you already say it? AMD what?
Oh, AMD. Dude, it's got a bunch of numbers.
I love
afterwards.
that blank
don't
stare.
remember.
He was just like,
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to know the
What'd you
cores and
say?
the clock.
Yeah, I've gotten them all like written down at home in the boxes. I'll get them all and
Oh, yeah, you're
all
fine.
that jazz. And, it's all good. Yeah.
The reason why I
Got 5 fans.
5 fans.
wow.
Yeah, baby, and a giant.
Did your mom
cooling brick on
did your mom make 5 different accounts to support you?
No, 5 fans in my PC.
Oh, 5 fans.
Yeah, 5 fans in my PC.
He has 5
Cooling fans.
fanatics of his PC.
Yeah.
Like they all come to his house and they
Got a
praise
fan
him.
switch. I got a key. I'm running a IBM keyboard, IBM mouse, and I think also the keyboard. Old mesh, like you'd see in like a school from the what is it, like 90s.
Okay. That giant monitor the size of your arm span.
Oh no, I have a TV. I
Okay.
have a 32-inch monitor, and then I have on the side another monitor for it. One's running on HDMI, the other on VGA.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah. One's kind of my diagnostics, and this one's my gaming.
You keep Control Delete your processing going on at the time.
Yeah, I keep that up because I've been playing Fallout 4, and one thing that's bothering me about it right now is every now and again it just stops. Because I play with controller. For me personally, I don't feel like Bethesda games are very keyboard and mouse friendly with how they're designed. I feel like they're more of a controller type base. So I'm running an Xbox controller, and first off, praise to Xbox for the new Xbox One controller. The fact that I can take a micro USB to USB 3.0 and plug it into
Oh
your
yeah,
computer and
that's
run it.
that's absolutely great.
Yeah, that is amazing. And also 3.5 millimeter jack on it. Those
Pretty
are
good.
great. The only problem I'm having right now is the plug that I've got into the controller of the micro USB just stops feeding signal. The controller's still lit up. It still vibrates as I'm getting shot, but I can't do anything, and it cuts to my keyboard and mouse. Then I'm looking at the ceiling, and then the game freezes. So I have to then keep this up, because I don't know why, but Fallout, when it freezes, it hijacks your screen no matter what you bring up. It just keeps that screen.
Okay. Well, I guess we should get back on track what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I say,
The reason why I enjoy PC over console, even though I understand totally the console perspective, it's ergonomic in the hand, it's easy to purchase, doesn't become outdated very quickly because they're standard for like 6 years. A lot of games are made for it. The reason why I think PC is superior is because simply of the graphical output. And you can never match a PC today with a console today, even on its release date, because it's already outdated by the time they mass produce it. If you want to get anything close to what PCs are capable of, you will never ever pick a console.
yeah.
What are the specs on the Xbox One X? That's the
The
thing. 'cause-
most powerful gaming
Yeah.
system in the world.
No, don't say system, because that could be a computer. They constantly say console. Yeah, they will not say system for it, because they know the minute that drops, 1080 Ti's just came out for the graphics card. What are they dropping next?
Is it NVIDIA, right?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, let's see here. Special
NVIDIA
specs. What we got going? Keep talking.
Yeah, we got...
So, which leads to we just talked about the new Xbox One X. I brought up E3 a lot, and E3 was this week.
yeah.
What,
It's like getting slapped in the face with a wet spaghetti noodle.
dude?
Here we go. 8 gigabytes of RAM, terabyte
Oh.
of hard drive, HDD, so no SSD. 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 at 326 gigabits per second.
Hey.
4K output, works on a 5.1 system. Come on, give me some CPU stuff. This is official Xbox site and won't tell me about the core it's working on.
Oh, it's super secret. Major Nelson's got it on lock.
Oh, they were talking about the core. It was something that one of their guys actually had to develop himself.
So what the hell is it?
You'll have to look at the E3, Microsoft's E3 conference, and there's in the spot about the One X. So I'll show you that at a later time. But since we are on the topic of E3, what an E3 this was this year, dude! E3 did not disappoint me this year.
It didn't disappoint you?
Not
excited.
not as much as past E3s have. I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
CPU is a octa-core running at 2.3 gigahertz.
Okay,
Not that great.
yeah.
Yeah, it's an Xbox. What can you expect?
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying, Zach?
And no, I'm just saying EA kicked E3 off with a proper bang, with the 20-minute gameplay demo of Battlefront 2.
The Battle of Theed, right?
On
need
the
to
assault,
watch
the
the
assault on
DLC.
Theed. The assault on Theed. They showed off. Now you're playing as the clones and the
No, not the clones, the droids.
clones and droids.
Oh yeah,
The-
they did all they did the First Order stormtroopers, the OT stormtroopers, and the clone troopers.
they're tying in all three eras. And
Take my money.
yeah, instead of if you're on just a regular multiplayer, you can pick heroes that are from that era. They had Maul, Han Solo, and Boba Fett all on the same map.
Kylo Ren.
Take my money. No.
Yeah, Kylo was in it.
No, I don't want Kylo.
Kylo,
in it.
Finn,
He is terrible.
Kylo, Finn, Phasma, Rey. They're all going to be in it.
Yep.
Where's Jar Jar?
I think he got stomped on by an AT-AT.
Yeah,
Darn.
but it was it.
Skittly.
It's, think of the old Battlefront 2 as like the big map where you can weave in and through hallways.
And
And
Hellfire droid. Wait, was that 1 or 2? Were you getting the Hellfire droid?
I think that was one.
Thing looks
No,
like
that
a
was
big
2.
elliptical with rockets.
That
on
was
it. You
2.
can find on Geonosis.
Yeah, that was 2.
Okay.
That was 2, definitely. Because Battlefield 1 was only original trilogy. But then on top of Battlefront, yeah, I said Battlefield, didn't I?
Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefront.
that next.
Battlefront had the original trilogy.
Frostbite.
But on top of the land battles, you actually had dogfights going overhead, which is what they did in the original Battlefront. But it just looked cleaner. Like the targeting system now looks like it would be of that era instead of the basic targeting system they had in the first one. And it just, dude, Maul was
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was a savage.
My meat grumps.
I heard they're having a sale at the Darth Mall. Yeah, everything's half off.
God, no. That was...
Cameron, you are just on it today with these jokes.
On motherfucking fire.
I mean, that's cool. I'm excited for it. Honestly, if they come back with Galactic Conquest, They take all my money. But
Galactic Conquest was
Star
fun.
Wars Battlefront was just a load of garbage. Well,
The
we
first
need to specify
The
here.
first one, it wasn't
The
terrible.
new Star Wars Battlefront.
It wasn't terrible, but they
It
Hyped it
satisfied
up.
me for like 6 hours or something, and then there was the lack of the ability to play other games that really just threw everyone off.
It's kind of like a middle school girlfriend.
Didn't have one.
I
Fair enough.
I mean, I played the
RuneScape girlfriend.
I did too. I bought
Yeah.
her.
No. Oh, wow, you bought yours?
Buying
I
GF
ran into mine
1000
woodcutting.
GP.
Am I the only one that didn't
Wow,
play
you have a
RuneScape?
woodcutting girlfriend?
Yeah, it was
Dude.
great. She used to just give me logs and I'd go and sell them.
Did you do the dance emoji where it looked like you guys were interlocking with each other? You know,
No.
with the leg
No,
up
it's
and then the
just-
arms up, and
just
you go next to each
skating
other.
the
You mean scissoring?
What?
You were scissoring in RuneScape?
You could kind of do that. I mean, it was just more like a dance emoji. If you do it closely enough to somebody else, it kind of looks like just maybe they're having coitus.
I've heard rumors
God,
of
my
all the
grandma's gonna listen to
sex that ran rampant in RuneScape.
The only thing that really ran rampant one
Massacre
time,
of Falador.
motherfucker, 6606.
Oh,
You remember where you were on the day of the Falador massacre?
I didn't play RuneScape.
Let's tell the tale of the Falador massacre.
So Jagex it was a coding error, right?
Yeah.
And one player discovered it. It's kind of like when WoW had their disease go around.
I remember
But
that.
In Falador is not the biggest hub because they don't have the GE, but the GE is what, less than like 300 steps away or something?
GD's in Varrock.
Yeah, but like distance between those because there's that cabbage field in between you can cabbage port to.
Yeah, I know. I used to do that all the time with my.
Let's get
Okay,
let's get to
okay.
this.
So in Falador, a bunch of players were there, and one player saw the option to attack another. Now you weren't on a PvP world.
No, it wasn't
And-
wilderness either.
Right. In the wilderness, there's a gap you jump, go in wilderness, you can kill other players. It's a PvP zone.
The farther you go out, the greater difference of levels you could attack other players with. The
So-
more dangerous it is.
In Falador, a player attacks someone like, oh, we can kill each other. It was a massacre. Everybody, and pretty much everyone in that world died, right?
Yeah.
They all died, lost their character, which a RuneScape death is not a death that's easy to come back to when you get to those
No,
high
you-
levels.
you
It's
lose
not. You keep
a lot of
3
good shit.
items, right?
Now you can hold like 4 with a little ring with the bag item, but it's still a shitty amount.
That's lame.
You can't even hold your own armor with your death. It's really terrifying.
So yeah, everyone just started murdering each other, and
I
then
think everyone-
Jagex was like, "Hey, I think they shut down the servers for a little bit to fix that." Or it was crazy.
It
You
was
can
a
look at
bad day.
videos of it. And did you hear about the other disaster they had during their Iron Man tournament more recently?
No,
Do you know about Iron Man mode?
no.
It's a one life character. You died, that character is deleted. So they had a tournament, and what happens is near the end of that tournament, they are going to drop poison gas, and only one. It's like Hunger Games, but only one.
Sounds like
zone
PlayerUnknown's
is-
Battleground.
Yeah, but only one area is safe. They they started dropping gas 10 seconds into it on accident, and every player died. They were all furious about it because these are characters people built for months, invested hundreds of hours into. You get one life, you don't get to recover those because the minute you die, it kicks you back to the home screen.
Okay.
So you can't even go back in to recover your items. So
It's fucking gone.
They're
Once
gone.
down the drain.
if you have a link dump, you should find the video for anybody. Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, that sounds like a complete shit fest.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. You can watch a video and the people live streaming, and you just see them like playing, and they freak the fuck out and throw their headset down because you see their character die. It was great. The reaction videos are some of the best ones on the internet. I highly suggest people go look those up. The
My
RuneScape
God.
Iron Man tournament
We got-
disaster.
So E3.
Terrible tangents. E3.
Yeah.
E3.
Having fun.
So besides the opening of Battlefront, favorite moments.
Anthem.
Anthem.
Oh,
I'm not going to, just because I bought the hype of Destiny at their E3 conference and they announced Destiny, I have so much faith in BioWare. I play BioWare games religiously. I love BioWare games. I'm no longer getting my hopes up at an E3 showing.
well, I just want the mech suit. I like mechs. I played Titanfall. I played Hawken. Anything with a mech, I'll play it. I love mech suits.
Fair
Except
enough.
for Diva in Overwatch. She's absolute garbage, and if you play her, you should quit playing the game.
Fair enough. Did you see the Sony conference?
No, I only watch the Xbox and the Bethesda ones.
See, I'm thinking Bethesda dropped the ball this year. I'm thinking of
Bethesda didn't have a ball to drop.
the only thing that I really wanted was Wolfenstein 2,
What did they call this one? Wolfenstein.
the new Colossus.
The new Colossus. And,
Like-
and you ride
I think it was Mecha Nazi Killer, right? I'm making it fucking whatever.
You talk about Blazkowicz, he kind of had like a mech suit. He can have like a helmet that looked like looked like one of the guys from Warframe.
I mean, I saw the trailer for it.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing that kind of caught my attention was Blade Wolf's older ancestor. For anyone who played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Blade Wolf, that's just his ancestor. Not ringing a bell for anyone here? Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and pull out then.
So I've been contemplating getting a PlayStation as well, just because I'm not going to make myself exclusive to one console. If I'm going to be passionate about video games, I got to hit all bases.
Cheater.
And Sony's exclusives this year. I mean, you remember that video I showed you of the zombie guy where it looked like it was World War Z chasing him?
Yeah.
That's now a PlayStation exclusive.
That's a PlayStation I
exclusive.
might have to pick one up then.
It's called Days Gone.
Fucking cheater.
Days Gone. Well, no, it's called getting a taste. I'm gonna put a different wig on it.
Call it Nancy.
Yeah. You can get
Yeah,
Xbox controllers mapped for PlayStations, right? And vice versa.
Control Freak, maybe?
I think so, yeah. I'll have to check that out. Get the good controller.
Sony has exclusivity to Days Gone.
Uncharted.
Oh, that's a given.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Man. I'm actually hyped for a Spider-Man game.
Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of
No,
it.
they did a gameplay. They had gameplayed it.
It
Yes,
looks really fluid.
Spider-Man can never get me hyped.
dude.
Ever.
I'm actually kind of excited for the Spider-Man game.
Spider-Man to me is just dude Wonder Woman. He's just male Wonder Woman with just swinging around.
Have you seen Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
Emo Spidey.
You like
That's
emo
the best.
Spidey?
Oh,
Where he's
emo
walking down the
Spidey.
road, pointing fingers. That was my favorite part
That's
of the
the
whole
best.
fucking movie.
That's the best.
Oh man, I have that deluxe edition
Yeah, of course you do.
on DVD.
Have you guys seen the Devolver E3 conference?
No.
So the entire conference was a complete parody of the unethical business practices that all the major companies put forward, pre-ordering, season passes, all this complete bullshit.
That just reminded me. EA did another great thing with their conference.
Yeah,
What do they do?
All game on
All DLC is
Will be-
free.
because they did that when they dropped Titanfall 2. EA did make Titanfall, did they? Yeah, EA dropped Titanfall.
They didn't. Respawn Studios though took the helm. EA just helped.
Yeah, Respawn and EA both had the same concept with more recent games, and they follow the dogma. Wasn't it great when you paid $60 and got the whole game? That's what they're trying to do. That's
Yeah.
why EA is no longer the number one worst company in the world, and now the worst company in
used
the
to
world
nickel-
is
they used-
anybody who plays Diva.
They used to nickel and dime. EA used to nickel and dime you for any little expansion pack.
I fucking know.
And so it was, they announced it was free, and it was like, I wasn't even living in the same world. It's like, who the fuck is this talking to me right now?
Yeah.
You were saying it was a parody?
Devolver, they were making fun of all these ridiculous business practices that shouldn't be put forth. By the way, don't pre-order. Buy the game when it's actually out. Do everyone a favor and don't fall for that complete horse shit. And that's exactly what they were saying. It was a form of satire, and they were like, get out your fucking gob, you mong! And then her nose started bleeding. They cut a guy's arm off, and he proceeded to go on a computer anyway. It was incredible. It's 15 minutes of your time. Devolver Studios for unethical business practices. Look it up. It is fantastic.
Who dropped For Honor? Because I have a quick snippet on that. about
Ubisoft.
pre-ordering. Ubisoft. Do you know what happened with the For Honor pre-orders? I pre-ordered that game the day before it came out, and I watched it count down. It said it was dropping at 11 o'clock, so I'm like, cool.
Dropped at 9.
Yeah. No, I didn't play it till 12.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I was able to play it, and I didn't get anything I pre-ordered. I got the game. None of the bonus content.
How much did you pay?
furious. I paid about 70. So only
Waste of
about
money.
$10 over.
So then, I guess Connor already answered my question when I brought up E3 about favorite game at E3.
Anthem.
Yeah, he's got a chubby for Anthem right now. Cameron, do you have...
I think my favorite part of E3 was A Way Out. That looks fantastic. It's strictly co-op, and you use the mechanics of the game to go ahead and operate and to escape from prison. It looks really, really cool.
And how, like...
Get raped by a retard.
We're not rehashing that one.
God damn it.
We're not rehashing that one. But, so, did you even see that? Like, the A Way Out showing?
No. Again,
So-
I watched Xbox and Bethesda's.
It was on Xbox.
Then I tuned in late.
It was, I think it was on Xbox's.
I think so.
But, so what happened was, like, there's two different characters you play as.
Yeah.
And they're taking it back to split screen, like old Halo 2 where you'd split screen the campaign. They're taking it back to that. but they kind of took it up a step further to where you're playing as one character. The other character is in a cutscene. Like, you can't do shit. But the person who's not a part of that cutscene can still walk around. So they showed that by one of the characters just got to jail while one of them was already there. And so they were going through, I don't know what it was. It was almost like a hazing. Like, the new inmates lined up, and one of the COs was just laying into him. And so while that guy couldn't move because he was getting yelled at, the other guy was walking around the upper floor watching this, and he was freely moving around whatever he wanted to do. So that was kind of cool. Like, you have your own independence even though you're in a split screen. Like, cutscenes do not govern you. So that was a lot of fun. So then, Cameron, did you had a favorite game? Mine, I mean, it was kind of tough.
Zach, what game did you like from E3?
It was kind of tough. I liked Anthem. I liked Anthem a lot. Like I said, I love Spider-Man. This is the first time I've been hyped for a Spider-Man game, and it's really, really weird.
I think it's the first time anyone's been hyped for a Spider-Man game.
I don't know, Spider-Man on GameCube. I was pretty hyped back in 2004.
You mean the one where Mary Jane kind of looked like a toad with her eyes popping out of her head? Like, oh, Spider-Man!
Yeah.
What's the Miss Potato Head?
And don't forget the monkey chow.
I don't know. I didn't have a single favorite this year. There wasn't one that singly caught my attention.
Not Battlefront?
Hyped for Battlefield. I'm pretty excited for Anthem. Battlefront. Why do I keep saying Battlefield?
What is the next Battlefield? Has there been any word on that?
No,
'Cause I've
there's
been rocking on Battlefield 4. Battlefield 1's died.
It's still
Apparently
going strong.
Died.
But
Maybe they'll make a Battlefield 0. They keep going back.
I don't know.
The Cold War. You just sit in a room on a computer the whole time.
No, that's where they
Make
fight in
empty
Antarctica.
threats.
The numbers. What do they mean? But
Jason.
I don't know. Everyone is like, oh, God of War, and I don't know.
Ooh,
Played God of
about
War on
Assassin's Creed.
PSP.
No.
No?
I've Ubisoft. The only Ubisoft game I'm like devoted to is Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay.
Ubisoft as a company has kind of let me down a lot.
They're kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to games.
Yeah.
They'll have a game that is absolutely phenomenal one year, like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Great. I don't care what anybody says. If
3
you
and
play
Black
that,
Flag are pretty good too.
Black Flag is garbage, and so is 3. But Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, it introduced a mechanic into the game that was just amazing in what you really needed 1 and 2, and that was the idea of other assassins coming to help you. Because you would get into these hard fights against like 30 guards, because they had no, for lack of a better term, like drop-off barrier. They chase you for as long as you can. While that one, you call in a bunch of assassins that you can customize. I believe their colors, their weapons, if they have different poisons, and and they all drop in.
So yeah, I don't know. But then, yeah, Assassin's Creed didn't do it for me. Like, this is in ancient Egypt, and the gameplay he like magically curved the arrow, like he was from Wanted or something, to hit his target.
I mean, you got to take into consideration how much magic is in Assassin's Creed, like the Apple of Eden. Have you ever seen the conspiracy video for Assassin's Creed? How humanity started?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, it shows the gods with the apple. You can check that out.
But, I guess it kind of makes sense. They're in ancient Egypt. They're still worshiping the Egyptian gods. He may have magical powers, yada, yada. I don't care. You're an assassin. Assassins aren't magical beings. I mean, you can make them if you're playing, like, Dungeons & Dragons or some shit. But, like, this is Assassins where you hid and you stealthily killed people and you jumped off high buildings. You're not curving arrows. But I digress.
Oh, continue.
I digest
the food we had, yeah.
And I regret.
Yeah, you regret?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to fight you on this one real quick. This one is magical. Everything about Assassin's Creed has to do kind of with the Apple of Eden. And these assassins are gifted with, I don't know if it's a touch by it or what. That's why they have eagle vision. So them being able to curve the arrow makes sense. And the way he can see through the eye of the hawk flying above.
I guess I didn't get that far in Assassin's Creed. I stopped playing. I played the first one. Which one introduced multiplayer?
Brotherhood.
I played Brotherhood just for the multiplayer.
Oh yeah. Oh, you are way out of sync. You need
And
to
then,
play
and
Assassin's
then I
Creed
played,
1,
and then I played.
2.
No, I played one.
Okay.
I played one, and then I beat 3. I beat Black Flag.
1 will leave a bad taste in your mouth with how repetitive it is and how open.
Oh, it was repetitive.
But you play 1, then you play 2, then you play Brotherhood, then you play Revelations, then you play Brotherhood again because it's just so good.
No.
Then you play 3,
No.
and you don't play 3, and you don't play 4. That's it. That's all you need. Ezio is all that matters.
It's not doing it.
Ezio
It's
and I
not.
play are even
Assassin's
high.
Creed's not doing it for me. And then you have God of War, who you played as a man taking down the Greek pantheon, and now you're in Norse god territory, where Thor, Odin, all of them are now your enemies. Yeah, he's now against the Norse pantheon because he moved.
Oh, we're talking about God of War. I was still on Assassin's
No,
Creed.
no,
I was like, what the
said,
hell? When did these
no, I was
Greek
just saying,
God show up?
God of War. Yeah, so I just ever since I learned that, it's had a bad taste in my mouth.
Zeus is there with a lightning hidden blade.
Zeus is dead. Oh, you're talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
saying God of War.
it's
God of War.
restaurant.
Kratos
You know,
killed Zeus.
I wonder if Thor ever got tired of wheeling that hammer around.
Mjolnir.
What?
Mjolnir.
Put down your hammer. Pick up a blade.
No, Thor.
Yeah,
Yeah, Thor. Mjolnir.
The hammers.
Wait.
His hammer is called Mjolnir.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Mjolnir armor for the Mark III Spartans. Is that what we're talking about?
No.
Close enough.
I'm sure his arms are very Thor.
Yeah. I mean, in the North,
Is that your contribution? Just puns?
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
you are on it today.
All right.
You and your quips.
That was pretty forced. I'm sorry for that.
But,
there's a Star Wars pun somewhere. Make it to yourself, whoever's listening to this.
How does Wicket transport himself across the forest moon of Endor?
Do not answer him.
Ewoks.
God,
you.
how have I been friends with you for this long?
All right.
But
We're friends? I didn't think so.
oh,
Yeah, I kind of just walked in here. You guys sat me down and said start talking, so.
feelings.
We just kind of took him off the street. Hey, you're going to come here and do this for no money. All right, that's fine.
I'm
Go
fine
ahead.
with that.
Yeah, I mean, you like games? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're talking about that.
Yeah.
So then, I guess the almighty question is, what is your favorite game?
Of all time, I'm going to need to let you two go first because I have a really big library I got to think through.
I got mine narrowed down already.
All right, yeah.
Let's go for it.
I would say my favorite game of all time is Chrono Cross. That's one I invested the most time in when I was a kid, and the most story, everything like that. I just invested a lot of time in Chrono Cross. But my favorite anthology, like the collection of games, is the Mass Effect series. Mass Effect series is my favorite series of games. By far, hands down.
You more a fan of Ryder or Shepard?
Shep right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had 3 stories where I've developed Shep because you transferred your same character amongst all 3 games.
Okay, you picked the right answer.
So I've invested a lot more time into Shepard.
All right,
Gammon?
Cool. Well, got a lot of games to go by, but the only one that's really coming to mind right now that I this is the first game that I've been fully involved in the story and deeply feeling for the characters actually involved. It moved me. It was a fantastic story.
Minecraft.
Yep, I love the part where I rode the pig into the diamond mine and he died due to the obsidian block next to the lava. That was fantastic.
Notch
No.
is God.
Notch is God. So my favorite game, I actually just got done playing because I just got a console, and I think this is a really good one. It's a Naughty Dog production, so it's going to be fucking fantastic. Uncharted 4. Thief's End.
So you went straight to the 4th one and skipped the rest of the story.
I haven't even touched them yet.
That's how I did with Gears of War. I played the 3rd, then went back and played the 1st and 2nd.
Most people started with 3rd.
Yeah, because that one kind of...
Because I had multiplayer. That was at a time where multiplayer games reigned supreme.
I played the first 2, and comparing them to Gears of War 3, Gears of War 3 is way easier to get into comparative to Gears of War 1 and 2.
They're all easy.
They're what?
They're easy.
What?
Way too easy.
Easy? The
Yeah.
Lambent in Gears 3 on Insane? You think that's easy?
I haven't played them on Insane.
Oh, okay. Well, then you haven't
No,
lived.
that explains it.
Now, if you want to talk about hard, play the Arkham series on the plus mode.
I think there was actually a thing that was it CNET? They did a top 10 list of the hardest difficulty curves in gaming, And I was surprised by Dark Souls not being on that list until I realized
The whole thing is hard.
that Dark Souls didn't have a difficulty curve. It was a difficulty wall.
Yeah, they just threw you in there. I was like, good fucking luck.
And to respond to your Arkham thing, I don't play games where I'm just a pansy in tights. So, yeah.
That's what we're accusing you of. Congratulations for the disclaimer. That's definitely not on our minds
No,
now.
I'm calling Batman just a huge wuss. That's another.
Batman's fucking fantastic.
Batman is sad. Sad little man. He's like Woody.
Anyways.
You're a sad, strange little
Anyways.
kitty.
So, Uncharted 4, Chrono Cross, Mass Effect. All right, Mr. Extensive Library and Hollowhead.
Wow. Oh, thank you. My top game, the one that I could probably pick up and just play whenever, would probably have to be Brotherhood. It was one of them. It really resonated with me because it also I had a really close friend of me who got me into Assassin's Creed, and he passed away. And Brotherhood came out, and Brotherhood was just amazing. Now the anthology, I probably have to go Call of Duty on that one for a favorite for replayability.
Now, which Call of Duty, like, progression?
Anthology.
Well, okay.
I just mean COD.
Just COD in
the
general.
Original out to the next one. The one that's out now. It's just for replayability. I like running through and gunning people down.
Fair enough. So here's a good one. It's not even just your most hated game. What game do you hate? What game do you not like that everyone else does?
Fuck it, I'll do it. I'm terrible at first-person shooters. I suck dick at Call of Duty, therefore I do not like Call of Duty. That's really it.
Damn.
I'm fucking terrible at it, and it is extremely repetitive.
It's easy.
Then again, I am a hypocrite because I'm a total fan of Pokemon. What do you got, Connor?
Probably League of Legends or Smite.
See, I love Smite.
And as of today, Super Smash Bros.
Because I wrecked your ass.
That game doesn't make sense to me. You don't have a health bar, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, that's something cool, great." No, it's a fighting game. Give yourself a health bar, give yourself some hit points, and
Do
go
you
ahead.
understand what the percent mean at the
No,
bottom?
you all just said that's your damage percent, and I hit up in the corner as Lucario. That was my whole gaming.
No, your
experience.
health,
percent
yeah.
bar operates is that you have a greater chance of being hit off the map the higher the percent. That's it. And the goal is to hit the other person off the map the most amount of times.
Oh, that's stupid.
Super Smash Brothers is a blessing to this planet.
See, it's a curse dressed as a blessing. That game is absolute trash.
Okay. So I was willing to admit it, but I guess you aren't. The only reason you don't like it is because you're garbage at that game.
No, I've played before. I don't like that game.
Because I saw you play, dude. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, I'm horrible.
You
at it.
admitted your strategy was just hiding in the corner.
Yeah, I admit I hide in a corner because that game, I hit the buttons and my character does one attack. You have two buttons that do the same thing.
No, you don't.
X and Y both jump.
What do you...
We were out there playing. I hit X and Y on the GameCube.
Yeah, but no, okay. You're talking about strictly jump. There's soft A, there's hard A, there's directions for B. That's like 8 different moves.
So there's no combos. It's all directions and how hard you press the button.
Yes.
Yeah, that game's trash.
Well, it's not how hard you press the button; it's how hard you hit the analog stick.
That's some bullshit ass Street Fighter concept.
Okay.
Hit the button harder.
No, once again, not the button hardness that matters.
You just said hard A and
It's
soft
the
A.
analog stick that you gotta thwart a little harder. You can do a soft attack, or you can go a little harder and do what really kills. What separates the men from the boys in Super Smash Brothers, other than mashing B,
Is
which
who's
is
actually going to play it.
strictly hard A attacks. Super quick, deals damage.
Isn't that
they're
what you
out.
did with King DDD? You just spammed the same.
Well, I'm
hard
shit
A.
with King DDD, so I just kept doing up B.
And you won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
that game's
I won.
trash.
I won that
Oh
one.
yeah, you won that one. That's right.
Marth.
Let's talk about a real game, Brink.
I enjoyed that for like
Did you?
a couple months.
I gave away my copy to my cousin. He tried to give it back, and I said no. That's how I got it.
The
from
only
my
reason why I
father.
dropped it is because the servers kept crashing.
You don't know about Brink, do you? Ken?
No, I'm
Okay, so
totally ignorant.
That's
So Brink, I want you to think of just cutting out everything we said before.
parkour first-person shooter.
You just ruined it.
Yeah, but you run like you're digging a hole the whole time. Like you're throwing your arms everywhere. The servers constantly crash. You try to do like a live server, ever-changing world.
Yet nothing was offline. Everything you did was online.
Yeah, that game was kind of trash. Exactly.
The concept was good.
Oh,
The
yeah.
concept was there.
Concept was great.
Concept means nothing. if the gameplay's shit.
Execution was shit.
If you liked Brink, I would suggest playing Dirty Bomb.
So hold on.
Dirty Bomb.
You've never. It's a PC game. Let Cameron talk. I'll explain later.
So Brink essentially is
Parkour with first shooting.
a great concept, but executed to the point where it's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
That's essentially the Star Wars prequels,
Oh,
motherfucker.
We'll get to that another time, folks.
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about video games.
Yeah, we'll
not
get to that
your
one another
disappointing
time.
Opinions.
Oh, I'm sorry. What game is rated number 12 on IMDb with a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes? That's right, Empire Strikes Back. Girl supposed to Attack of the Clones was at 66%.
I didn't know they made games out of those.
What are you talking
You
about?
did say
Yeah,
games.
you just said game,
Motherfucker.
and it fell apart.
Argument invalid.
Welcome to the internet. You misspell a word, you're dead.
Yeah. So
I found out really quickly on Reddit.
I gotta
Luckily,
give. I gotta give my answer. The one that
Zach.
the one that everyone likes that I don't, and I still have a friend who streams this. He gets paid to play this. It's Destiny.
Are you for real? He
Yeah.
gets paid for that?
Yes, he
He's paid for Grindfest?
he streams the Trials of Osiris every weekend, and gets paid with massive viewers. People still watch him. Thousands of people still watch him play this game. And it's the game that was promised to be a 10-year game, the game that was promised unlimited open world possibilities. And it's still widely played and competitive. It's still competitively played.
That explains where the money's coming from.
Everything you just said in that last 30, 45 second stretch should never be put in the words together. That was horrible. He gets paid for playing Destiny Trials of Osiris?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Just goes to show you can make money doing anything. You don't have to be a garbage
And
man to
he
be
has a
trash.
college degree in film.
America.
You want to see my Owen Wilson impersonation?
No.
Let's do it. I'm down.
That's all I got.
So,
Wow.
what's on the agenda for next week, Cam?
Well, I think, shit, we didn't even talk about this. You want to get back into Star Wars?
Yeah, is Justin gonna be back by then?
He'll be back July 3rd. So I think
So
we got
not
one
this.
more
So not
episode.
this weekend.
I
Yeah.
can fill in for him if you'd like.
Yeah, we got our prequel guy. We can get another perspective.
Yeah, I'm going to try to rewatch the movies between now
Good.
and then.
I would love if you realized how much of a
Mistake
little
you just
ignorant child
made.
you were at the time.
Raping retards.
Signing off.
That whole the social media, bro.
Social media. Oh yeah.
So if you enjoy this podcast and everything that we've done so far, feel free to follow us on Twitter at escape_pod_cast. The same with Instagram. We hold polls on Twitter and show regular intervals and live feed, I believe, on Instagram as well. What do you got for me, Zach?
Nothing. I do. Facebook page will get made. We
What?
actually just submitted to iHeartRadio.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know if they're gonna take a lot of time to accept us because of the possible copyright material at the beginning. But we should be fine. I got permission from the guy who remixed it, Simon Servita. Cool guy. Check him out on SoundCloud, along with checking us out on SoundCloud, which is where all of our stuff gets originally uploaded. If you want our podcast first, subscribe to us on SoundCloud. You'll hit iTunes, you'll hit Stitcher, you'll hit Podcastpedia, and soon enough you'll hit iHeartRadio slightly later.
Hopefully.
One of these days.
And if anyone ever wants to game with me, catch me on Steam, HoodieBoy501, and online and Xbox, The Rosa Lives.
All right.
Yeah, that's also. If you ever feel like gaming with me, they call me Joker on Xbox.
JOK3R.
JOK3R, yes, and Silent Joker on Steam. X in between Silent and Joker.
Catch me on Twitter at AlphaNig.
All right, signing off. I'm Zach Fielder.
I'm Cameron Howe.
And I'm Connor Neal.
Thanks, guys.
Good night, Gracie.
I love you all.